3, 2, 1. What is going on, everyone? Alex Corbisiero here with the wonderful Christina Urias. We have a brand new show called Reels, Riffs, and Rants coming to you, talking around movies, entertainment, general discussions, lots of hilarious stuff to go. Yep. Christina, welcome to the show. Tell a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Christina Urias. I'm a writer, producer, and an actress. We actually have a new movie coming out. It's called Final Vow.
Oh, just happens to be here as well.
No big deal, you know. But so Final Vow is going to be releasing November 21st on all platforms and in 5 major cities theatrically. So go check that out.
Definitely, and stay on this episode because we're actually going to dive into a little bit about that movie as well, because it's a crazy story and lots of questions for you there, Christina, as well. But a bit about the show, all right? Reels, we're going to react to Reels. We've got movie stuff. Riffs, we're going to sort of riff on sort of topics. We've got a lot of things that we can sort of get into and laugh about. And then rants. I'll be honest, that one's more for me. I love a rant. I'm very passionate about things, and I think it's going to be a great show. A little bit about myself. I'm a former professional rugby player. I played for 10 years back in the UK. I'm a US citizen. I've been working for the last 10 years in media here for NBC Sports. I'm also a rapper under the name Arrow, and I'm trying to follow in the footsteps of my hero, The Rock, and break out of my sport and into mainstream entertainment. And somehow they let me be on this show to try and get a shot. So here we are.
So we have a surprise for you at the end. If you keep watching, you might see this guy rap.
I do love a freestyle, I'm not going to lie. So we'll see where we get there. But let's talk some reels. Or let's riff first, actually. Riff first. Okay, I mentioned The Rock. Off camera, you told me a little bit of a story about The Rock that you know. Why don't you hit me with that?
All right. So I used to be a corporate flight attendant, and I've flown, you name it, every A-lister. The Rock, honestly, I mean, he is awesome. So down to earth, and it's so nice that you get to meet somebody like a hero of yours, and you're just like, dude, this person is awesome, even better than what I thought. You know, and you just have this appreciation for him, and he's just an amazing person.
You're just warming my heart because he's obviously one of my heroes since a young age. Like, I've loved him since, I'm a huge wrestling fan. Like, if anything, if I hadn't done rugby, I probably would have tried pro wrestling. That's big.
Awesome. You look like a wrestler.
I actually, weirdly, while I was playing professional rugby in 2013, when I had my heyday, got recruited by the performance center through a guy. My rugby deal was more than, that was really it. But they flew me down. I met Triple H. I went to Orlando. It was really cool. They had an athlete transition program, and I thought about it. The only issue I had is that it had a 30-day. If you were injured for more than 30 days, you could be cut. Where my rugby was like 3 years guaranteed. So it was hard.
No-brainer.
Yeah, it was hard to walk away, and also I was quite on my mountain journey then. I hadn't quite let go of obsessing about rugby and chasing. But The Rock's sort of near and dear to my heart. Obviously, I had testicular cancer.
Maybe if he would have been there, you would have.
If Rock was there, I probably would have swallowed the cause and backed myself. But I actually I had cancer when I had chemo. When I finished, I actually toasted with some Terramana tequila, and I posted it, and he replied and said, and that's like my one. So the fact that you say he's a good guy, that's my one story with The Rock where I actually got to meet him, and I'm like, I just love him.
That's amazing.
What's your name? What's your name?
It doesn't
matter what your name is. I do that to all my friends all the time. Like, that's my go-to. Wait. What's your name? It doesn't matter. And then my favorite one is it's the jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising. The time to talk is done. The Rock is a different class. Let's go to Brooklyn. It's time to whip some ass.
You sound just like him.
Well, I can impersonate him. I'm very good at impersonating my dad, who's obviously from New York. So I've actually got better at American accents than most would give an English person credit for. In case any movie people. I can do it all.
We might be looking for a superhero.
100%. Well, all right. Well, we've riffed on The Rock. How about we get to some reels and see, what the producers have in store for us, and see what we can react to on this show.
Yeah, let's do it. You didn't think I was going to
No, I was like, no. And then you hit me with it. I was like, yes.
The people's channel.
Yeah. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
So good.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Yeah.
I honestly, I actually did some pro wrestling later
Oh,
too,
that's
but
awesome.
like after rugby, but with TNA, not WWE. But
Okay.
it was like a dream come true.
That's so cool.
I had to wrestle with Bobby Lashley, and I took a
wow.
wrestler called Moose, who's like from the Patriots, like it's like 300 pounds off the top of the cage, and he like cross-bodied us, and like we landed on the. It was honestly Bobby was the guy and helped me with it. But it was a dream come true. The only bad thing was there was one. TNA, like you do an event, but you film like 8-10 weeks of episodes over like 3-4 days. And that Moose had to hit me with a chair. And he said he was like, oh, bro, I'll look after you. I got in there, he hit me on the stomach with it, and he hit me on the back.
Oh, no.
It was one of the most painful things I ever
Really?
experienced. Like,
I was just going to ask you, what do you think is more physically demanding? Rugby? I mean, because I've seen those guys
Rugby
like
is savage,
give
bro.
them crazy wedgies, they'll get that ball, and
Yeah.
it's just like the hits they take. I know you were telling me about your buddy.
Yeah.
That was a beast.
Yeah, Samu Manoa. That's my movie idea. I'm trying to pitch. He's like one of my guys, the Moo. If you're into rugby, you'll know him. But he's from the Bay Area in Oakland, and he went from nothing to one of the greatest rugby players of all time. And it's
awesome.
Incredible story. But back to rugby, I don't know, pro wrestling with the travel, the driving, like those, like a lot of the unseen stuff that those guys do really sort of takes up the level of the toll on your body, because you're going city to city to city. You're on the road for 4 or 5 days a week for a large part of the year. That accumulatory is probably worse.
Yeah.
But rugby is savage. Like imagine the cardio to run around like soccer, but then you have the impact and the flow
Like
of soccer, but then you
football.
have that impact of football, and it's kind of like an all-court game. So it's like football's very specialized. Like people become world class at these very sort of specialized positions, where rugby has some specification, but a lot of you got to be able to do all. So it's just a different sport, and I'd probably say my body's beat up from it, but where rugby's tough is to football anyway, but wrestling, it's similar as the length of the season. So rugby follows like a soccer season, September to like July. Yeah. And so you only get a little bit of time off.
So if they came to you again with a
I'm ready.
Wrestling contract,
I was actually trying to like get in there now. I was like, I wish I could take back that deal now.
If we got any takers, this guy's ready.
Yeah, I got promos for days. I'm a freestyler. I can now host broadcast TV and do interviews. Like I've had now enough time in the saddle that my brain sort of downloaded the data that I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And that's my next song it's called Ready. And it's kind of that is like announcing that I'm ready. Like
that's
someone
awesome.
give me a chance.
Well, maybe that could be your breakout song, and then you walk out to it to the ring.
Honestly, my goal is to try and get a wrestler to use it as, I've kind of made it as like either fighter, in my mind it's like a fighter wrestler intro music. I got a few friends that fight in MMA, bare knuckle stuff. I was going to try and beg one of them to try it. But in my mind it'd be like, if I could see The Rock, or Rock's got his own one, but like Roman Reigns or someone badass coming out to it, that would be pretty awesome.
Speaking of The Rock, he's got that new movie coming out, The Smashing Machine.
Yeah. Honestly, is it Mark Kerr? Yeah, exactly. What a story. How crazy is his transformation?
I know. I was like, is that The Rock? I mean, he looks so different with hair.
I know. And just even the way they can, like, I don't know, is that AI or CGI that they kind of felt like they changed him up a little bit.
Yeah,
his face looked a little different.
I don't know if they
is that just makeup?
Like, maybe it might be makeup.
You're probably the one that asked.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm going to get fact checked a lot on this show. So Christina's here to make sure I don't say too many dumb things.
I honestly think it was makeup, just because his face kind of didn't look like The Rock.
Yep.
And so maybe they made him look a little bit more roughed up.
Yeah. Just kind of like he looked more like the guy than you traditionally think that was The Rock. So I was trying to figure out how they did that. But yeah, I also train fighting. Like I've done 7 years of martial arts. Like when I stopped rugby, I actually thought about wrestling or doing MMA, and then I don't know. I was in my comfort zone of rugby media. I didn't take the leap, but I've been doing jiu-jitsu, boxing, Muay Thai for a long time, and to see him actually train to get good at the discipline and then just add his charisma and personality.
Absolutely.
Like I love The Rock. Like I don't even want to keep talking about him because
we love The Rock.
Like he's my guy. Like I would ride for The Rock. If he needed me, I'm there.
Let's do it. Maybe he'll watch the show.
Who knows? We can only hope. He's a busy guy, but maybe your story will draw him back in, and then he'll see me.
And we love tequila, so there's that.
We're in San Diego, so it's hard to avoid tequila here. So I'm a big fan, and I do like Teremana. I've drunk a fair bit of it.
My God, we love Teremana. My family.
Are you a silver or the gold?
I like Blanco.
Yeah, same. I don't know anyone who drinks gold, but I always see it.
Well, they have the Reposado, and then they have the Blanco.
I always see the dark, and I only drink the lighter one, so I always wonder what is the appeal of the other one.
So the other one, I think, think is aged more in barrels. I'm not a tequila expert.
Yeah.
I just drink
Just
it.
a fan. Just a fan.
But yeah, so my understanding is that it's aged more, and then it's a lot sweeter.
Yeah.
Because it's like the aging process, the barrels, and it makes it sweeter. And
You know what? I'm gonna get the gold or the other color
and try it.
Terramana now and try it, just so I can feed back on this for next episode.
Exactly.
If we get there.
Yeah.
If you guys don't kick me off
Maybe I'll just
before
bring
that.
a bottle next episode.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
We just try it and then we
Yeah.
can feed back on air. Like,
Exactly.
If you want to place your products here, we're open to that, especially if it's alcohol or energy drinks.
Exactly.
Or protein shakes. We got you.
Exactly.
I crush all three. And coffee too.
And
I'd say
coffee.
those four at any time can be combined or separated. I'm in. And if
Or have you seen those new, like it looks like Zins,
is
but
it
they're
Ultra?
Yeah, it's Ultra.
I want to try. The
Yeah.
marketing of that is money.
It's amazing.
And they obviously know I have ADHD too, and
Yeah,
all this.
same.
And I see that the
Yeah.
ads are targeting me, and it's
Same.
almost put me on the fence where I've clicked. There's a couple times I've saved the website. I'm not always like on Instagram. I very rarely click and buy.
Yeah.
I'm more of a click, save the website,
Yeah.
put it to my browsers, and then because I'm quite impulsive. That's one of the
I
sides of
am
my
too. I actually
ADHD.
bought it.
Like I can click the button and then I've bought like a year subscription, and my
Exactly.
girls look at me like, "What are you doing?" Like, I got this year subscription. Have you seen that Lorraine gum? Like the gum that remineralizes your teeth?
No, but I have the toothpaste.
Oh yeah, so I have like a year supply of this gum, but that was a one-click purchase, and it just keeps coming.
And
Like,
do you love it?
I do like it, but I can't keep up with the amount that you're supposed to chew because I keep getting new deliveries where I've still got, and it's like stacking up. So now the whole family
Is on
we're
it.
sharing the gum.
And
We're mineralizing our teeth.
And so what I've heard about that gum is that it actually cures cavities.
Reverses
That's amazing.
Listen, the only reason I heard about it, Dr. Is it Rhonda Fitzpatrick, whatever, was on Rogan or something. She was talking on some podcast about it, and basically, from what I've read, again, fact checks everywhere on the show, is that it can reverse like early stage cavity.
Early stages,
Yeah, but
okay.
it does remineralize and regenerate the tooth. It has some, like probably your toothpaste will explain more,
Yeah.
but I think it's more early stage than
Okay.
like proper cavities can
Yeah.
be fully reversed, but I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay away from the definitiveness on that. I'll leave it gray and vague.
But I mean, if you love it, like maybe I'll try it.
100%. Well, I have some if you want to try it. If you want to trade for some Ultra,
Yeah.
I'll do a little swapsies with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was Ultra like?
So Ultra, it's got like nootropics,
Yeah.
it's got caffeine, ginseng, it's got like, it's all natural,
Yeah.
all these vitamins. And it's just funny because I can, like, as a woman, like, I can see it looks like I have Zin or I have dip in my mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know if that's the look I want to go for, but I feel like it does work.
Yeah, I haven't tried Zin. I've been coaching professional rugby here in San Diego like last 5 years, and most of my guys are Zinners. Like,
Yeah.
and
Everybody does
some
it
were
now.
maybe Chew originals who moved, but a lot of them have just got into it. And
I feel like it's a little bit better than that.
I don't think you get the same carcinogenic
Yeah.
cancer risks that are traditional with tobacco products, and also like mouth tobacco, especially like
Yeah.
Chew, the pouches, I
Yeah.
think have like quite a high rate of mouth cancer
Yeah.
and or other things. Well, I don't think it has that. It's basically like another way of a nicotine patch
Yeah.
is my belief, which I think is reasonably safe. But again,
Yeah.
but they're trying to argue to me that it's actually good for you. They're like, you know,
So I
and the
actually-
brain, ADHD, and apparently
Yeah.
immune system too.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's fact and what's
Exactly.
fiction. And I've been tempted to do it, but the other thing is why I've never done nicotine, I never really smoked cigarettes, anything, is because I have quite an addictive personality.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
okay.
things like that, I'm like,
Yeah.
unless it's healthy or good for me, I think I should stay away, because
Yeah.
once I start, it's hard to not get obsessed with things.
Exactly. I actually did a movie role where I had to smoke a pack of cigarettes every day.
Oh,
And
man.
at first we started like with it was like tea leaves.
Yeah.
And they were burning so fast, and I constantly had to be smoking, and I swear every day after we were done shooting, I felt like I was gonna throw
Yeah.
up. I was lightheaded. I'm like, how the hell do people get addicted to these? I mean, no disrespect, but I just felt awful. And
Yeah.
I was like, no, thank you.
I like cigars. I've dabbled. Like
Yeah.
when I played rugby, I lived with like 4 guys, and we played together. We were just like ride or die together.
Yeah.
If we had a big win, we'd have like a glass of red wine by our fireplace
Yeah.
and like a cigar.
Very classy.
And I kind of like obviously didn't like inhale, and it was kind of alright. But then like a couple weeks ago, I was in an event, and someone asked me a cigar. I took like 2 hits. I was like, I think for me, it's making me feel sick.
My head hurts.
Yeah, and I was thinking, if you had to smoke like that a day, you probably have to build up to it.
I think you do have to build up to it. But
even Zins, I've heard, is the same way. Like apparently
really?
the first experience is not usually very good.
Okay.
Because it's almost like makes you
feel
nauseous or something, but then eventually, keep going, guys.
Hey guys, yeah, power through.
Exactly, chug on, bro. You'll get there.
Yeah.
Exactly, but no, okay. Real time.
Yeah, real time.
Yeah, okay. I picked one because I thought it was hilarious and I felt like it was kind of worth watching. I love Theo Von.
I love Theo
Von.
Oh,
thank goodness. I went and saw him not too long ago at Oceanside.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it was so fire.
Yeah.
So fire. He was hilarious. The guy who opened for him, like the main guy who opened for him, I need to get his name, but he smashed it too. Those two tore the house down, and he had a bit of Theo Von, like eccentric vibe to him, like the energy, like tweaking on stage kind of vibe, and they both crushed. But I got a reel, and it's basically like his top 5 funniest things, and I thought why not? Why not? All right, let me get it up. Excuse my phone, it's pretty ratchet.
No, you're fine.
Oh, this was it.
Do you want to wear headphones or no?
Oh yeah, you want to put them on? I didn't see you had yours on.
I feel like
all right, so these are the top 6 best
Yeah, it is weird, huh?
Yeah, you're back.
It's like when you put a condom on and then the other person's just still looking at their phone. And you're like, oh, this is weird.
I love how he makes
And the
Rogan
person,
like,
I mean, is a woman too.
I'll be getting
So I'm your dad. I'm your
oh
son.
no, this one's
Hey,
good.
Dan. Bubby. Sorry.
Why you
so
gotta talk
Bobby-
like that?
I don't know. Like, you don't have to have an Asian accent. I don't know what country you're in.
No.
We just had a guy come in
this
here
one's
and drop
outrageous.
the N-word, man. We cannot be laughing about this shit right now.
Oh, I don't think that shit's funny at all. What I do is if I really need to get it out, I write it down.
Oh my god. He's wild. He's wild for that.
You know,
His reaction.
I'm part of my family's from Nicaragua, bro. And it's not a racial slur. Yeah, my father's from Nicaragua.
What?
Yeah, Nicaragua, bro. Wow. Where my Nick guards at, huh?
Well,
Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have picked this one. I was the top 3.
You know?
my God.
Dude, when I was growing up, we couldn't even get porn. We had to get this dude, Nick, on Friday would draw us a picture of some pussy, you know? With a bit of props for the weekend. $4 to this dude, Nick.
$4 for
drawing.
drawings?
Top 3.
That's
You pay 8.
I'm drinking like Monster Energy drinks sometimes, which are like piss magnets.
Yeah.
They're delicious, but they make you want to pee.
Make you want to beat your wife, too, dude. I've seen a lot of dudes drinking Monster that you know they're going home
He
to
is
punch.
wild.
He is
But we
off
love
the-
Theo
yeah.
Von for that.
We do, and honestly,
I think he pushes the limits, and it's like everybody's thinking it. He's just got the balls to say it.
Hundy, and like, listen, I think there's a very big need in society for comedians who can like walk the line, make fun of tough situations, and like kind of keeps us human. You know, sometimes I feel like we get caught up in our tribalism divides where like some of that can unite because we can both laugh and like find, as long as like there's obviously lines that can be crossed. And
laughter
I think,
is the universal language.
yeah, but I'm pro comedian. I love going to comedy
Yeah.
shows. Like I love going. I like going. Me and my girl, we go to Austin a lot and go to
That's
that
awesome.
comedy mothership and just do like 2-3 nights there and see like they have like the little
What's
room.
that venue like?
It's really cool. So there's 2 aspects to it. You got like the small room, or it's called like the little boys room or something, and that is like a smaller venue, and that is like a round table of local talent and sometimes big names.
awesome.
You don't know who's coming out, and they each come out, and it's where they try new material. You can't have your phones; they're all in like pouches. No, like I had my Apple Watch taken off for me because I forgot to hand it in at the start, but I wasn't thinking I was recording everyone. Like, but then the security saw, I was like, all right, take it. They give you a pouch, you put it in, but they're all. It's where they try new material
That's
and
so
they riff,
awesome.
and like the other comedians are in the back in the green room, and they can kind of watch, and then they go back and they have like their own little podcast in there. I'm sure of just cracking jokes, but it's really like I've seen some big names there, and then just some people you'd never know who are hilarious. And that's like usually the one I do on like the Friday night, and on the Saturday I like to do the headliner. They have like the main room, and that will be a headliner with maybe a warm-up act, and that's like the old movie theater room.
Oh, nice.
So like the one you're in is like almost like a tiny little theater for the little boys, and then the main room, which could be called the mothership or the big boy room. I can't remember what he names it, but it's like a movie theater. It has tables, booths, chairs, and then like kind of that movie theater, like a old movie theater curtain and like a stage that kind of comes out.
Nice. I think I've kind of seen the setup. Like I know Rogan like puts it out all the time and he promotes it. I think there's even an Instagram page on it.
100%.
But I would love to go check out a show.
We might have to do a show there.
Yes.
You know, let's do an Austin venue. But and it's cool
Austin.
because actually, only because I listen to Rogan, you know that some of the comedians stand up on the balcony to watch the guys. So every time I turn around, I try and see who can I see. Like, don't want to get too distracted, but I like to at least see.
That's so awesome.
See who's peeking out or who's here. You know.
But it's so awesome that Joe Rogan provides that, you know, that platform for new comedians and raw talent to go up there and. I just like how he's doing it his own way. Like, obviously, I've worked in professional rugby and everything, and I would love to be an owner eventually to do it how my brain works. And that's how I feel like Rogan is. He's been a comedian all his time. He kind of ascended to, like, true, like, God-level superstardom where he can now just do whatever his passions are in life. And to set that club up, to have a vision, to have learned through his own experiences how to do it better, and then create this area for like his community of comedians and friends and his network and the next generations to thrive. That's kind of what I would love to do with rugby, is like what he's done with comedy like one day. Speaking
I got to crash
that,
it. We got to watch a lot of this show to get there because it's not cheap. But yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah. Speaking of that, have you seen that clip with Rogan and Tom Green?
Oh yeah.
And Tom Green was like the
innovator, bro.
Yeah,
I watched that because he used to rap on it.
That's crazy.
So, and I obviously love rapping and stuff. He would just go buck, and I was like, Tom Green rap? And he would go buck wild on this mic, and it was like crazy funny. And that got me into his show a bit. And then that Rogan clip where he's sitting there
and he's like just like taking mental notes, and he's like, you know, this is the new, you know, we're in this new era of talk shows, and it's like radio means talk show, and I mean. Yeah,
he's like, we got to figure out how to make money doing this. That's like what he says on the show. Yeah, and it's like, bro, you found it out. You found it out. You figured it out, bro. You figured it out. But then like that was in Tom Green's house. You know?
That's crazy.
That was in his house. He built that thing in his house studio. I weirdly have a studio in my own house for like my sports podcasts and my broadcasts I do, so it's kind of cool. But to have that innovation at the time, like this is just like 08.
But it's 07. Like I mean, he had these connections because he was an actor, you know, and so it's like you have that ability to invite these awesome guests, and you know, and you're like to your home.
I know, and that's what one thing that inspires me too. Like I try and think I'm quite a creative person. Like, you know, I'm very neurodivergent in a couple ways. But that obviously gives me a lot of outside the box ideas, and I just like people who actually execute and like nail those ideas.
Exactly.
And like obviously Tom Green was like the innovator, but then Rogan took that idea and just took it to a whole new level.
On steroids, like
and just, you know, even the way he went to Spotify and like that, leaving YouTube to go to Spotify, elevate him to that level. But then even during like the craziness of COVID and some of the the fact he was on Spotify, man, he still had his voice, like. And it kind of wasn't able to be like, you know, demonetized or taken off in the same way. They backed him, and it allowed to him to then even get to that next level. And now he's kind of back on everything, but it's like he's even bigger. So
exactly.
Again, Rock, Joe Rogan.
Theo Von.
We're talking about heroes. It's an easy one. Easy one today. Well, all right, let's get back to the reels.
All right.
I feel like you've got a reel for me, right?
I do have a reel for you. All right.
Let's do it.
I think we might be both fans of this guy. Let's see here. Pull it up. All right. It's not a long one, but it's a good one.
I think it's better. Mine was too long and too offensive anyway, so let's tone it down a little with this one.
All right.
Yeah, my God.
Yes! Right? When you're so
listen, Rambo's a G. John Rambo, pretty badass. And my dad, weirdly, from a young age, made me watch Rambo First Blood because it's like one of his favorite movies.
Amazing.
And my dad's the type of person who gets obsessed with a movie and he'll watch it over and over again.
Yeah.
Like my mom, when he first met him, like when they first met, he was from New York but working in London in banking. She said that he would just watch the first Star Wars over and over again. And she's like, I should have known what I was getting into then. but back to, like, obviously Rambo and First Blood is cool, but really Rocky's like, my heart melts for the whole Rocky. And one of the things I love is Sylvester Stallone's story on
he is the underdog. I mean, he is the real life Rocky.
Yeah. Like he backed himself. Like he wrote that screenplay, all right?
Yeah.
He was like an outside of the box of what traditional Hollywood actors were supposed to be at the time. He had that like speech thing where the side of his face slightly, which maybe would mean you're not, what he made that his thing. He wrote this screenplay, right? He's trying to make it. He's at the point he's going broke. Someone wanted to buy the screenplay, but I think they wanted Burt Reynolds to play Rocky instead of him, and he wrote it for himself.
Exactly.
And so he held out. He said he got so broken, like things got tough, that he had to give his dog away.
Yeah.
So he gave his dog away to someone. When he finally came back round and got Rocky made, it's one of my favorite stories because I love dogs too.
Yeah, same.
He basically, the first thing he wanted to do was get his dog back.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't want to give the dog back, he's attached, completely understand. So if you watch the very beginning of Rocky and the opening scene when they're at Mickey's gym and there's a guy like mopping the floor, that guy is the guy who had his dog. So to get his dog back, he had to give him a part in the movie. And that's like one of the things
that is so
I
awesome.
absolutely love. Like I've seen all the Rockies a bunch
Yeah,
of
oh
times.
my God,
What's your
same.
favorite one?
It's gotta be Ivan Drago and Rocky, yeah.
And that's kind of cool for a series when the fourth one is hitting the hardest.
Right? I mean, if he dies, he dies.
He dies. And just like the training and the whole thing was great. Apollo dying,
Oh
and then
my
like
God.
his coach is there, like the.
But even Rocky 1, like seeing, I mean, he was a nobody, and then Apollo Creed gave him his opportunity. And he beats Apollo Creed.
100%. Well, that's like motivation for me. In
Right?
this
I
next
just
chapter.
got the chills.
Yeah.
And I've
like,
seen this movie like 50 times, 100 times.
And I have another song I've written I haven't released yet, but there's a Rocky reference in it, and
Nice.
it's because of my grandfather. So
nice.
my grandfather, Richard Corbisiero Jr., obviously my great grandfather came over from Italy in like the late 20s. My family's all sort of Italian American from Queens. Well, my grandfather, like a lot of the Italian American stuff you'd see on TV at the time was all mafia stuff. And he was obviously like, his dad obviously wanted them all to be American. It took a lot of pride that they weren't that they were Italian Americans, but really focusing on that American part.
Yeah.
So that didn't always like resonate to them. But then he said he went to see, and my pop loved movies. Like all we did when I was older, and I watched movies with him.
Same, yeah.
And so he would always tell me the story. He went to Rocky. All right, he went to Rocky 1. I think he went with his mom or someone. He went in. It was like the most. He couldn't believe an Italian-American hero, USA, Rocky. Like he said, he was so blown away that he went straight out. He bought another ticket and went straight back in and watched it again on his own.
That's
he was
amazing.
like, and he would. Sadly, at the end of his life, his short-term memory was. So he would like ask or repeat a lot of the same thing, and that story was a regular repeat to me of remembering
That's
that.
amazing.
And so Rocky's like it's warming my heart now talking about it. Like,
It warms
I love
my
you,
heart.
Bucky. I love you.
It's such a great movie. I mean, even you think like I could never get tired of watching Sylvester Stallone. I mean, he's amazing, but even the spin-offs, like Creed. You know, I mean, they've done well.
Yeah,
like,
I know. That's the thing.
It's still going.
He could do another Rambo if he wanted to.
I mean,
like,
what was it, like a couple years ago?
Yeah, and then he created like the Expendables too. Like
that whole franchise.
Sly, you're a G, bro. You're a G. You motivate
he
me. I'm gonna chase that one day.
He
Chasing greatness. I like
and
to
you
say.
got Tulsa King, fucking badass.
Yeah, and like just how he actually got good at boxing.
Yes.
It's cool. Like to get those roles, he actually like mastered the. He's not like obviously a world class boxer, but mastered the class. Similar to the guy in Creed, like there are no scrubs in those movies of how they can box. Like I love boxing.
But even like he was part of the casting. You know, like he helped with the casting, and like Mickey is such a huge part of Rocky, you know? Like,
all the way through. He's still in like some like flashbacks happening across all of them.
Yeah, you're a bum rack.
Yeah. Surely Mickey had to be based on Custamano, who was obviously, I think he trained Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
And then I think he then took Mike Tyson from age like 13.
Oh, wow.
Or even younger. Like Mike Tyson was beating men by the time he was like 14.
That's crazy.
Like,
I just saw a thing on Instagram. It was like he had a size 18-inch neck, like at like 15 or.
And you see, so Custamano had him from a young age, and he basically like programmed him to be like a killer. He like conditioned him to be like the greatest, and like I want to get some of the clips up because there's so many good things. Mike Tyson talks about it, and like he loves Custamano as like a father to him, and him dying I think was a big point in his life where things trajectoried. But there's like a really cool, I think like that character is based on that person would be my guess, but again I have no idea.
But it's
again,
just like that love he has for him and that bond and that just never stop,
yeah.
believing in Rocky.
Yeah, I know.
And oh God.
And that. Sorry, I love the stories too.
Yeah.
But, and one of the things with I love about is it Mike Tyson. There's a story when someone knocked out Mike Tyson Muhammad Ali like late in his career, and it was like a bad stoppage, and I think Mike Tyson remembers Customano on the phone to Muhammad Ali, going like, "Why'd you let him beat you up, champ? That guy's like all upset, whatever." And then he introduces Mike Tyson. He's like, "I got this phenom, this new kid. He's gonna be a heavyweight champion of the world." Puts him on the phone, and he's like, "I'm gonna avenge you, Mike."
Yeah. Aww.
Eventually, Mike Tyson gets that fight. I think it's like near again. Fact check me. It's somewhere near his early rise to heavyweight champion. He's very young. Just before the fight's going, you see Muhammad Ali is there with these big shades on. He comes in the ring and he whispers something in his ear. And apparently he said, "Get him for me."
Oh,
and
wow.
Mike Tyson laced that guy up in a round or two. And
We'll
it's like
have
the
to play a
beginning
clip of that.
Yeah, we have to find it. Because
We'll
I don't
find
want to, I'm trying to do it justice, but again, it wasn't scripted. So this is coming from just up here.
For sure.
There's more memories and stuff.
But yeah, we'll get a clip about
100%. But I feel like we crushed reels.
Yeah,
we crushed the reels.
We did crush the reels.
All right. Well, that obviously means we're transitioning to a bit more of the spotlight.
Yeah.
And obviously, Final Vow. You touched on it a little bit at the beginning.
It's so weird seeing my
why didn't you tee up a little bit of the synopsis, what's about it, so our fans who are waiting for those dates in November to go watch it know what they're getting into without too many spoilers.
Yeah, absolutely. So Final Vow, God, this film is near and dear to my heart. Talk about blood, sweat, and tears. It's about human trafficking. And I mean, that's a heavy issue that we have in the world. So Ruben, our director, was incredible. It was his first time directing. We're gonna have him on the show, hopefully, in the next week or so.
See you soon, Ruben.
And it was my first time acting. And so Ruben and I started writing this, and we started doing some research, and we stumbled upon this group of these super nuns called Talitha Kum. And so Talitha Kum is Aramaic for little girl to you I say arise, and it's in the Bible, biblical. And basically Jesus went to go visit her, and she was on her deathbed and sick, and he said, "Little girl, I say to you arise." And I think that's so powerful. I mean, don't quote me on that. I gotta fact check.
Fact check.
We're
leaving it like disclaimers everywhere.
Yeah, but it's just such an incredible story, and to hear about these nuns that don't get the recognition and don't do it for the recognition. It reminds me of like SEAL Team 5,
Like, honestly, superhero
yeah,
stuff. Like,
superheroes.
I feel like, and that's one thing I love about movies, I feel like you've made these nuns almost like a superhero.
Yeah.
Like without giving too much away, it's pretty badass, but it's also, like we said, very serious issue, human trafficking. These nuns are actually infiltrating and
brothels,
helping rescue girls and
women,
traffic
men,
victims.
children. They go to, so unfortunately, a lot of these sporting events worldwide are where they're targeted. And so the World Cup is huge. They have these sting operations, and they go in there and they save thousands of women, children, and even men. And it's just, there's a network of 1,600 nuns worldwide. But yeah, to be able to portray one of these nuns was just incredible. I mean, I can't say enough about them. I hope I did them justice. But I really want their message and our message to speak to the audience, and hopefully, together we can make a change and spread awareness on just such an awful issue.
Well, I think, awareness is huge. Like, obviously, my girl, hey, Selena, she had the youngest at like 9 now, Colton. He's obviously a very good-looking kid, and she is very vigilant of that. And I didn't really have quite appreciation into that.
Yeah.
And then there was that documentary not too long ago that came out about some of this sex trafficking stuff, and we watched that. Again, I don't want to get the name wrong. I was like, wow. And it's really like amplified my awareness of even just trying to stay vigilant for this stuff. But I think what's incredible is obviously it raises awareness. It's obviously highlighting brave people who
Oh
are
my
willing
God,
to stand up and
absolutely.
be righteous and combat like some of the true faces of evil, where they're completely outgunned, but they're doing it, you know, with their faith and their reasons. And then you've also written a very cool sort of story in there as well of what's going on with like is it Sister Anne Marie?
Sister Anne Marie.
That's your character, and she's obviously she's working in an orphanage, right? And then helping place children and their families, and then from there she kind of finds some mischievous stuff in the trafficking world, and that opens the door for basically the movie.
Exactly. And obviously my character, I know these nuns from Talitha Kum don't actually go down the path my character did, so I kind of veer off the righteous path. But I just needed to say that.
Yeah, it's probably fair. It's probably fair.
I think it's incredible. And I mean, even watching Sound of Freedom, I mean, that movie was so heavy. I remember.
That's what I was talking about, Sound of Freedom. I forgot the name.
Sound of Freedom. And I remember going to the movie theater on my own because I was like, you know what? I need to go, support this movie, support this cause. And Jim Caviezel is amazing. Tim Ballard, he runs Our Rescue, and he is just so dedicated to helping with human trafficking. But it's an incredible cause, and I remember going in there by myself, and I don't know what I was thinking, not bringing a box of tissues. I sat down next to this mom. She was there by herself as well, and I was just sobbing, like, after the movie. I mean, it makes me emotional now talking about it because it's those kids. I mean, they're children. They're, it could be your neighbor. It could be your best friend's son or daughter. And it's happening, whether we want to believe it, whether we are trying to sweep it under the rug. I hope we never, we don't do that. But it is an issue that is just so nefarious, just dark, and it's just awful. But I really implore you to watch Final Vow, and I think, I'm not trying to be biased, but it's a good movie, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I can thumbs that up. I'm not gonna put my name to something trash, and it's definitely worth a watch.
Thank you.
And congratulations, and probably just a couple questions on it. What was it like going from kind of very little acting experience as such, obviously being a writer, to like this and the set, and what were some of the challenges you faced, and what were some of the maybe the things you enjoyed the most about it?
Yeah, so being, writing it with Ruben, and then we had another writer come in, Danforth Comans, who's also an actor, and he has a role in this. I felt so connected to Sister Anne Marie because I was writing her character, and so I was not only living her story and developing it, and but going through those motions, like mentally. And I knew I could anticipate that feeling because it was so near and dear to me. It's like your child. Like, you're just like, it's my baby, I'm writing this. And to be able to be the actress portraying Sister Anne Marie was amazing. And I just felt like I was her, and I needed to do right, by playing her and give her that voice. That's
awesome. And like, if you look at, what was your favorite part of the whole process?
My favorite part, I love writing. So I love writing. And so I think for me, it was the writing, but because, let's be honest, I had never acted before.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to follow in your footsteps. I'm like, you can get a movie, never acting? Hello?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. I'm ready, so teach me.
Yeah, and so, I had an incredible team. The thing that was nerve-wracking for me was, how fast we, from idea to script to pre-production to let's go, we're starting, was just so fast. And I guess maybe I didn't have a lot of time to process, but then like going on set and seeing, oh my God, these people are here for me. Like, And I'm like, I don't want to let anybody down. And we've got this awesome cinematographer, Istvan Lettang.
Yeah, what a G. I know Ish. I've worked with a few
He's
projects with him.
amazing. And so, you know, it's like when everyone caught word of she's never acted before, everyone's like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. And so I felt like they were super supportive. I had an amazing team, just amazing crew, you know, from lighting to camera to wardrobe, and my co-stars, you know, were incredible. They helped me along the way, but it was definitely not easy.
Yeah, I can only imagine what that would be like. But also, what an opportunity, and what a way to, you know, throw yourself in the deep end as such and take a swing, and, you know. Even the poster is pretty badass as well.
Yeah, we actually were in the Boston Film Festival, and we got Excellence in Filmmaking, which was awesome.
Very
and then
cool.
we were in the New England Film Festival, and we got Best Feature.
Another reason to go watch it.
Yeah, but it was just so incredible. I remember, you know, it's kind of an out-of-body experience, because you're like, oh, this is like, they're here for me. Like, so we had the screening at the Boston Film Festival, and the theater was packed. And it got a standing ovation. We had a Q&A. People were asking questions in tears. And it, you know, the same, like, what was the preparation? There's a scene that was just, you'll see it, not to give too much away, but I'm barefoot, and we're in like a desolate dirt road, nothing around, and it was just rough on my feet. It was like 7 a.m, and I remember, you know, I'm in agonizing pain for the scene, and so I remember walking down that dirt road, camera following me, and my boss, the director, is like, has this look on his face, and he's like, I'm like, what? He's like, you got to do it again. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, and so of course I'm like, I'm already in it. Let's go. Yeah. Like, you know, no breaks. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's do it. So we get it done, and we nail it. And he's like, thank you so much. I'm like, you're welcome. It was an honor to be there, a privilege. And, you know, of course, like I said, I didn't want to let anybody down. But it was great. I actually fell off a horse on the movie.
Dang.
And it was because we were filming a drone shot, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And the horse wasn't, you know,
Yeah,
exactly. They get spooked. So every time we had to get the drone, you know, closer to the shot, it was just like, get spooked. So it threw me off in the beginning. No one was there except for the first AD.
Wow.
He's like, he radios in, he's like, hey, you know, she fell off the horse. And they're like, we just got the drone calibrated, let's go. So I was like, all right. So I'm crying on the back of the horse now, because it threw me off, and I fell standing up, but I was barefoot, and there was rocks everywhere, and my hip just like popped. And I was like, oh man. So then I'm on the horse, we're coming, and I'm like, all right, you know, I'm supposed to be just passed out. We come closer to where we're supposed to be positioning to, and then same thing, the drone, and throws me off. I get up, and now I'm pissed, because I'm like, I'm not okay, and you know. And then my boss is like, do you want us to stop production? Do you want, everyone's gonna go home? And I'm thinking, like, there's so many people here working, busting their ass, doing everything to make this movie great. And no, I'm not gonna go. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do
suck
this.
it up, you know.
I literally got back on the horse.
I love it. That's like, at rugby, I call that, like, lads, it's the hard yards.
Yeah.
It's like, I would tell myself that every day at chemo too. I had to go through 9 weeks of chemo, and there's some rough patches, and I just say, listen, sometimes in life, you know, close your eyes, put your head down, and pump your legs until you're over the line and the referee blows the whistle. You know what I mean? And that's sometimes what you got to do.
Yeah.
And you're saddled up, as such, pun intended.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's all she wrote. And probably last question on Final Vow to wrap it up. obviously you had your more infancy in acting and your director, obviously, and then to still be able to win awards and put stuff together,
Yeah.
like, you know, that must have been quite fulfilling and you know, made this sort of leap into this new thing, you know, even more worthwhile.
And the reason I think that happened is because, I mean, everybody that was on set, everybody that was part of this film believed in it, and it was for a good cause. It's a great story. It's a great message. And like I said, we just wanted to do the film and the script justice, and you know, I'm very proud that that was my first film, and it's an incredible feeling. Like I said, blood, sweat, and tears into that film. It really happened. You know, it's
so awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
So congratulations to all of you, and you know, we need to get Mel Gibson.
Yes, let's do it.
And
And Jim Caviezel.
Yeah, they're obviously big champions of this, and we hope that they'll see this. Not that I'm going to help that, but you know, I'll try.
You never know.
I'll find you guys, so you better watch. But no, definitely. Well, okay, I think that wraps up our spotlight. Last thing we have left is like a rant, and this is where kind of open the floor a little bit, let people get stuff off their chest, something they want to say. Should I tee you up for a rant? Or
No,
do you want me to
I
get
think
the
it's
mic
your
and
turn.
go? All right. Well, I've had this rant for a while building up, so excuse if the volcano erupts as such.
Yeah.
My big rant is the exit seats on flights.
Okay.
All right? Like that, they're obviously bigger and they're more advantageous, and I'm tiny and I fly a lot, and I'm big and I fly a lot in tiny seats in economy. So yeah, there's a little bit of me being envious. But those seats, right? Your job is in an emergency to stand up and open the door.
Yeah.
And the only requirement that you need to do is say, are you willing, able to assist? And you can nod or say yes.
Yeah.
And like the only time I've seen anyone ever removed from that seat was if they couldn't speak English at all and they didn't have a way of understanding. But I've seen, like, with no offense, some really old people, some really unathletic people. And I'm like, who do you want to save the day in that day?
Oh my God.
Most likely I'm gonna have to get out, get over the three of you, rip the door open, carry like 4 kids out to make sure we're safe. Like, I think there should be some sort of serious qualifications to sit in the exit row. Like, you should almost have like a marshal thing. Is like, listen, a terrorist steps up on that plane, I'm taking him down. I've done the course, I know the rules, I'm badass, I'm kicking his head off, I'm saving the day. Same thing as if there's an emergency, I'm opening the door, I'm going back in like a fireman, and I'm making sure everyone's out. Instead, it's, are you willing and able? And there's like a little diagram, and they do the thing, and it's like, yes, willing and able. And honestly, like, bigger dudes like me would kill something for the exit row. So I was like, you already have motivation. Badass dudes are ready. I'm ready.
Do you think that they do it for the extra leg room?
I would.
No. I'm saying these people don't. They're pretending.
Well, because they don't actually. Well, it's because the airports are lying. Of like, exit row is almost seen as just like another economy plus option, and I'm like, that's what economy plus is for, motherfuckers. Like, excuse my language, but that's what I'm saying. Exit row is emergency situation.
Exactly.
Put people that are trained for emergencies in
and
there.
I mean, you can look at somebody if they're willing and able.
Honestly,
like, come on, let's be real.
Next time you're on the plane, look at who's in your exit row and tell me if you feel safe, if they're going to be able to save you or not. Because I'm telling you, this Huckleberry ain't letting you down if shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
So give me my leg room, give me my wider thing, give me my extra free Diet Coke or whatever you can throw in there, and give me a Marshall badge, and I'll save the day. All right? Mic drop, rant over, done. Been holding that in for too long.
I agree, 100% agree with you. I do definitely think they do it for the extra leg room.
Yeah, everyone does. It's like another seating option. There's nothing else, and it's like a race to the app or who has status to be able to book it first. I'm like, man, you guys are missing the boat here. This is emergency seats. There's nothing emergency about an app. You know what I mean? It's
okay, so what are your thoughts?
Trying to calm down again.
I know, let's calm them down. So what are your thoughts?
My bracelet. What would Jesus
This might
do?
exactly.
Just remind myself, Jesus wouldn't lose his shit. He would love first. Is what he says.
But so what? I mean, since we're on the plane subject, what are your thoughts when people get up before their row?
I hate that.
I hate it too.
I hate it. Unless there's like, all right, you are in this crazy zone.
You have a crying child,
or your flight is like, listen, if you don't get up first, you're not going to make it. I have a little bit more sympathy, especially when the flight's delayed and it's not their fault. I'll let people like that pass. But when I'm like waiting to get out and I see someone behind me get in front of me so I can't get out, I'm like, bro.
I know. I'm like, what?
What in your brain thinks that?
I'm like, sit down.
Like, I have to wait for all those people. Why do you get ahead of me? And then I can't get my bag out. Then our whole row is trapped.
Exactly.
And it's not even that they're trying to get past me. They just fill the gap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, how did you get in the aisle?
Where are you
had your gap. Why are you trying to take our row's gap? We're trying to get two people and then we can start moving. But you're trying to block the whole row so you can go past. I'm like, unless you have like an emergency
They're
pass.
probably the same people that clap when the plane lands.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't mind that. Like San Diego, have you seen the way we land like over the city here? It's so beautiful. But like, we're like flying over buildings. Like I've never seen another airport where you're that close.
It is crazy.
Especially in America, and especially in like the post 9/11 era.
Oh my God,
I'm so blown away that no crazy person ever tried to like do something to a plane or something. So that always gives me a little anxiety. So
I'll be at like a Padre game and I'll see the plane. I'm like,
because even as you're pulling into the airport, some of the rooftop car park, I'm like, it can't be that far away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what if you were a crazy person? What could you do?
Someone actually told me a story about San Diego Airport, and so there's this rooftop that they used to allow people to go watch planes land, but they're so close to the roof that if they lift their hand, like it could interfere with like the plane.
It would make, honestly, I've seen where I'm like questionable. And the other thing that I know it's a tricky airport to land is because, especially when I used to commute a lot to the East Coast for work, there were a couple of times where my plane got delayed and then a pilot timed out and then they couldn't get another pilot that's licensed to land in San Diego. So what you have to learn is not every pilot can land at San Diego. You have to have a certain cert to land here because it's not your usual airport as such. And so, that's another rant about San Diego. I was like, maybe we should just have some security up there just to be sure. It's a crazy world out there.
Maybe they do.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't see it, but I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'd rather it be a deterrent than like hope that the crazy person's there and then security happened to be there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'd rather know it's like a gun turret or something up there. Like, don't try it, bro.
Exactly.
Don't try it.
Exactly. Yeah, it seems, it's like too
See,
close for comfort.
I'm full of rants. It's in my family. We love a rant.
But speaking of crazy places to land, have you ever been to St. Thomas?
No, I have not.
That's the one that's like famous for the pictures where the people are on the beach and the plane.
Oh yeah, I've seen like the odd picture
That's
of that.
crazy.
Yeah, that would be crazy too. Like, listen, I don't even like. The only reason I do that one is because we're in America.
Yeah.
And I have trust that we're like the safest, best country in the world here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? U.S. citizen, proud of it.
Yeah.
Just in case the voice does otherwise, I always tell my friends or anyone I meet, I'm like, I got the Queen's English and my heart has UK in it, but I bleed red, white, and blue and I piss freedom. I just don't sound like it. But I promise you, I'm one of the redcoats that was on our side.
Yeah.
And in the Revolutionary War. But yeah, like that's the only reason why I kind of allow that. But if you were taking me to another country and it was sketchy or like that, I might struggle a little bit. I'd like to have faith in St. Thomas. I just know nothing about them. So my brain's like, not sure if I'm ready for that trip.
It is a little tricky. So I was a corporate flight attendant.
Yeah, so you've done a lot of flights.
I've done the landing. So we landed in Bermuda, like the Bermuda Triangle. That was crazy. I mean, their runway is so short that you have to land. Just like pulling the thrusters, you can hear the pilots, and it's almost like you're hovering because you can't have too much speed because then you'll lose a runway and you'll end up in the ocean. Like, it's nuts. And so I'm sitting, I always felt like Falcor in Never Ending Story because I'm sitting in the jump seat and then you're just flying through the air and you're just like, oh my God, what's happening?
You better hope that the people in the exit row know what they're doing when that happens.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I'm going to swim us back to shore and make sure we're safe.
Exactly.
I don't know if the grandpa who's in my seat is going to do that or not, so just think about it.
Yeah, I think that's really important. That's a good rant.
Yeah, it was good, right?
Yeah. I agree with that.
I didn't even have it preloaded. It kind of just came out in the flow of the show. But I was like, it's actually been building up for a while.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
I felt like you were holding it.
It's like a therapy session. I feel.
You feel relieved.
I feel relieved, and I feel like I've exercised my demons. Good. So we got there.
That's what we're here for.
I know. I think that's like a good place to say we maybe hit our full stop on this episode 1.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Well, that is a wrap on episode 1 of Reels, Riffs, and Rants with myself, Alex Corbisiero, with the lovely Christina Urias. I hope you really enjoyed it. A reminder, keep following this channel. Hit the subscribe link below. Share it. Spread the word. We're trying to grow something new. We want to have pretty cool guests on so we can get them to rant. Get the best out of them. We need to make some noise and grow this thing from the ground up. So thanks for being on this journey with us, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, see you soon, guys. Thank you.
He says, I will act in behalf of those who wait for me, and the only way you're going to wait is trust him. Because he wants us to learn to depend upon him, to trust him, and to wait for him.
Yeah.
You must understand, my brothers, we band like a command. The righteous must stand. Shepherd for lamb, will fight for our fam. Fate in his hand, faith in his plan. A lot on my mind, how I'm designed. Be the divine, or we will decline. He gives a sign, this one is mine. Now is the time, I'm gonna rhyme. You must understand, takes faith in his plan to be the man that he knows you can. Just reach out your hands and meet his demands. Cherish his land, and with you he'll stand. You must understand, my brothers, we band like a command. The righteous must stand. Shepherd for lamb, will fight for our fam. Fate in his hand, faith in his plan. Sierra the Pharaoh, he puts you in perilous bars of feral, but sneakily, sterilely spits like a rebel who fights with the devils and boulders the pebbles. He's on a new level. Once he has chosen you, he shows you what to do. Said they won't follow you unless you follow through. I answer the call, I'm not gonna fall. I'm ready for war, my loud roar. You cannot ignore his word is law. At my final straw, my guns will be drawn, pistols at dawn. Out of my lawn, prepare to be mourned. Quarters are drawn when you hit that gavel. We're gonna travel, watch that path unravel. You must understand, my brothers, we band like a command. The righteous must stand. Shepherd for lamb, will fight for our fam. Fate in his hand, faith in his plan. Blaze that saddle, eat that cattle. Be wary that snake don't rattle. He makes us face our battle. Our faith is our only paddle. The devil will try to straddle, make you stray, make you dabble. Don't just Eve with the apple. Act like we're in chapel. Once he has chosen you, he shows you what to do. Said they won't follow you unless you follow through. Once he has chosen you, he shows you what to do. Said they won't follow you unless you follow through. You must understand, my brothers, we band like a command. The righteous must stand. Shepherd for lamb, will fight for our fam. Fate in his hand, faith in his plan. When I got an attitude, I've lost my gratitude. On devil's latitude, do not know what to do. That's when he's facing you. Father, have faith in you. Destiny chasing you. Heaven will aim for you.